Have you ever heard the one about the Roman emperor who made his horse a senator? No, this isn't the start of a bad joke. It's one of the most bizarre chapters in ancient history, and it's absolutely true. The emperor in question was Caligula, a name that has become synonymous with tyranny, cruelty, and downright madness. And at the center of his strangest tales is a horse named Incitatus. Yes, you heard that right. A horse was set to join the Roman Senate. To understand how we got here, you need to understand Caligula. He wasn't just a tough ruler. Many historians believe he was completely unhinged. His reign was short, lasting less than 4 years, but it was packed with enough scandal and absurdity to fill volumes. He saw himself as a living god, and he expected everyone else to see him that way too. But his deepest affection, it seems, was reserved not for a person, but for his favorite horse, Incitatus, whose name fittingly means at a gallop or swift. Now, this wasn't just any horse. Incitatus lived a life of luxury that would make most Roman citizens weep with envy. Forget a simple stable. Incitatus resided in a house with a stable made of marble and a manger carved from ivory. He wore a collar studded with precious jewels and was covered in purple blankets, the color reserved for royalty. His diet? Not your standard hay and oats. Incitatus was fed oats, mixed with flakes of gold. He had a dedicated team of servants who catered to his every whim. This horse lived better than most of the Roman elite. Caligula's obsession didn't stop at providing lavish accommodations. He would frequently invite Incitatus to state dinners. Imagine the scene. Roman senators, generals, and aristocrats are gathered for a formal banquet, and there, at the head table as a guest of honor, is a horse, dining alongside the emperor. Caligula would even make toasts to the horse's health. The senators, of course, had to play along, terrified of offending the unpredictable and violent emperor. It was a surreal spectacle of power and fear. But Caligula's plans for Incitatus went far beyond just making him a pampered pet. This is where the story takes its most famous turn. Frustrated and filled with contempt for the Roman Senate, which he saw as a useless and sycophantic body, Caligula declared his intention to appoint Incitatus as a consul. The consulship was the highest elected political office in the Roman Republic, and still a position of immense prestige under the empire. By suggesting his horse could do the job, Caligula was delivering the ultimate insult. He was essentially telling the senators that his horse was more competent and deserving of power than any of them. So, the big question remains, was this an act of sheer insanity, or was it a calculated political move? A masterstroke of political mockery? Historians are divided. Some argue that this was clear evidence of Caligula's deteriorating mental state. He genuinely believed his horse was worthy of the honor, lost in his own delusions of divinity. Others take a more cynical view. They suggest that Caligula was perfectly sane and used Incitatus as a tool to humiliate and terrorize the senators. He was showing them that their power, their titles, and their traditions meant absolutely nothing to him. He could elevate a horse to their level, just to prove a point. Whether it was madness or a twisted form of political genius, the story of Incitatus has endured for 2,000 years as a powerful symbol of absolute power corrupting absolutely. Caligula was assassinated before he could officially make his horse a consul, so Incitatus never actually took office. Still, the tale serves as a wild and unforgettable reminder of a time when an emperor's whim could lead to what is, without a doubt, the weirdest and most audacious promotion in all of history. What do you think? Was Caligula mad, or was he a political mastermind with a dark sense of humor? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into history's stranger side, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.